And we'll be going to have chat links. So hope you all have informed about your school name in the chat box. So I wanted to know which is your favorite topic in science. Let's see what your mentor has decided for you in the demo and which one is your favorite. Quickly type it in the chat box. Oh, Rudra's favorite topic is space. Nice. Chemistry. Stuti, planets and space. I'm saying chemistry. And which is the topic? I have not asked for the subject. Topic, honey. Okay, Akrit's favorite topic is Earth and universe.
And whether his favorite topic is human body.
Nice. Hope your mentor is writing everything on her mental tablet. Oh, Hamsini's favorite topic is the periodic table. All right, so here we go with the links. So first link is of syllabus link. As you know that we all are gathered here for the level 2 batches. So I'm pretty sure you must be aware of that why should we join for level 2 batches, right? So level 2 batches are primarily meant for more and more practice because already you have covered topics in level 1 and you must be thinking that why should we go for the level 2 batches? But yes, it is very sportive for you because in this you'll be going to solve so many worksheets, previous year papers with your mentor that it will be going to fasten your speed and you will be becoming a person who can solve a tricky questions very quick, right? So that's why level 2 batches are meant basically for all of you. So you can check your syllabus on this particular link. In case you have any doubt in topic, you can clarify over it. So payment, in case you have not enrolled for this particular batch, you can click on this payment link and we'll see you in the classes. In case you have not, in case you want to give us a feedback, we are always open for the same. You can fill up this form and we will receive your feedback. In case you want to know in detail about this particular batch, so click on this all batch detail link and you'll get to know. In case you have any further query, always feel free to drop us an email at support@olympiadskills.com or drop us a WhatsApp message on these two particular numbers. And you'll get a response within working hours. So in case you find an internet glitch and you're not able to join us back via Zoom, feel free to go ahead on Facebook because this demo is live on Facebook. So that's a good news for you. So I think we are good to go now. So your mentor is already here with us. She's a wonderful mentor. Her classes are very engaging and interesting. And I think I can read it on to this face. She must have joined Aishwarya Ma'am's class. That's why she's nodding. All right. So good to see that. So I'm pretty sure you all are excited to sail your boat with your mentor because he is a wonderful mentor. Classes are very engaging and interesting, and I'm sure you'll be going to fasten your speed to achieve your level 2 with your mentor. All over to you, Ishwara.
Thank you, Pooja ma'am. Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing? Good? Okay. All right, great. What about Akrit, Rudra, and Vedahi? Not good? Good? Okay, thanks. Thank you for smiling at least. Okay. So my name is Aishwarya. I'm going to be your mentor for the level 2 batches that we're going to start. And just a little bit about me. I am from Delhi and my main specialization is in bio, mainly in botany. So I've taken down notes of all the subjects, all the topics that you like. But today for demo, let's see what we'll do, right? Um, as ma'am already said, that Suti has been there with me earlier also. She's done a couple of test series with me. So all I want from you guys is to be interactive. Okay, like interact as much as you can in class because it's an online portal, right? So I don't want you to get bored. And as mentioned, level 2 will help you to achieve all your goals in the coming Olympiad tests. All right. So that's all from me. I hope you enjoyed this demo and I hope to see you guys in the regular classes. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So let's begin with your presentation. So I want you to be very, very attentive. Meanwhile, Megha ma'am is sharing her screen. So be attentive and you'll be going to get something very productive and including your class days and timings.
All right. Okay, kids, I welcome you all on the platform of Olympiad Success. This is Demo Interaction Program for Grade 5, Science, Level 2 batch. So, Olympiad Success is the India's largest online preparation platform for Olympiad examination. We are the India's first exclusive live classes for Olympiad preparation, one of its kind yearly program that includes courses which matters. Having 8 courses: mathematics, English, science, logical reasoning, communication, spoken and written, Vedic maths, and coding. What else we provide? We provide online, one-on-one online CBSE, ICSE, IGCSE, and IB classes from grade 2 to grade 12. One-on-one preparation classes for various international mathematics Olympiads, SMO, CMO, HKMO, TIMO, Maths Count, US Common Core Maths Competition, and PRMO. These are rank holders. These are kids like you only. So if you want that your picture should be here, just 2 hours extra from your regular curriculum, because Olympiad examination is quite little tougher than the regular curriculum activities. So in the live Olympiad session, we have group sessions with around 20 students delivered through Zoom by tutors with significant teaching experience. 3 sessions per week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 6:30 p.m. till 7:45 p.m. with 5 minutes of breaks. This session includes topic-wide quick revision for discussion on previous year level 2 question, and students will get reading material and practice question which will be available on the dashboard of OS platform. You will get a free access to the OS platform to practice a level 2 mock test for science. Syllabus is available on this particular link, and the fee of this course is rupees 3,720. It is 16 session course, and payment can be made by using this link. This fees includes online class, daily reading notes and exercise, practice of previous year level question, access to Olympiad Success platform for science. So a laptop or desktop with good internet speed and headphones for the better audio clarity required. Live classes will be starting from December 26, which is on Thursday. In 2023-24, Olympiad Success has students more than 5,000 schools across India and abroad. This is all about informative PPT. I hope I'm clear to everyone. Over to you, Pooja ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I hope my screen is visible to all of you. So we are here at the platform of Olympiad Success. So what you have to do, you have to enter this URL olympiadsuccess.com and you will be directed on this page. Here you'll be going to enter your user ID, which you'll be going to get it, from which you'll be going to make the enrollment. Sign in, and after logging in, you'll get your profile details, check your details. In case you find any error, you can just update it over here. Click on worksheet button, wherein you'll be going to solve your so many worksheets. So select your subject. And here you can see you can attempt n number of worksheets. So I'll show you how you can attempt worksheet. So click on take exam. Read instructions carefully. Click on this tick box, start worksheet. So you can see there are 50 questions in one worksheet. So you can calculate how many questions you can practice, right? So read question. An atmosphere is a layer of gases surrounding a planet or other materials body. That is held in place by the gravity of that body. The life supporting gases like carbon dioxide, nitrogen, oxygen are chiefly concentrated in which layer of atmosphere? So I want you to all answer in the chat box. I'm not very much sure, so I'll just fill any of the random answer. I'll move ahead. Meanwhile, I want you to do your brainstorming and find the appropriate answer and put it in the chat box. So let's see how. Let your mentor understand that how much do you know about the particular topics. Then this way you'll keep on filling your answers. And in case you find any doubt in any of the question, you can mark that question for reviewing. So before submitting that worksheet, you can review that question. Right. So next. And once you're done with all your questions, you can submit your worksheet by clicking on finish button. So the best part of our platform is the moment you finish your worksheet, you can check your performance, that how you performed. No need to wait for the same, that you can practice more for the particular topic. For that, click on performance button, select your subject. And here you can see when you have attempted worksheet, you can check your performance. So I've attempted on 19th, click on view button. And you can see the performance. My one answer is correct, rest all are wrong. So you can click on review. So it will be going to show you that which is the correct answer and which answer I have failed, right? So this is how you can have a number of practice on a platform. So that's pretty much about it. Now we are open for the QA round, so feel free to drop your questions in the chat box. If anybody is having any doubt related to the course, dashboard tour. Oh, I got an answer. Troposphere. Let's ask your mentor later on. Okay. So what was the correct answer? Okay. If anybody is having any doubt related to the course or dashboard tour, feel free to drop it in the chat box. We'll be happy to answer your query. All clear? No doubt? Show me thumbs up on the screen if you all are clear with it. Okay, then what are your class days and timings? Then we'll begin with your demo. Hi Videhi, please tilt down your camera a little bit towards your face. Great, now we can see full Videhi's face. Okay, so class days are Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and timing will be 6:30 p.m. till 7:45 p.m. with 5 minutes of break. Oh my goodness, Tuti knows everything. I'm pretty sure she must be having a taken classes from Ishwaram before. All right, I think we are good to go then. All over to you, Ishwarya ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Just give me 1 second, guys. Let me just share my screen. So today for the demo, we will be doing some previous year questions, right, on the topic plants. So who all like plants or don't like the topic plants? No? Okay. Can you guys see my screen? Okay. So mainly in this chapter, obviously everybody's gone through this chapter earlier. So what we need to focus on is the basics of the structures of plants, right? Like what are the shoot system, what are the parts of the root system, how are they modified, what are the adaptations. All these things are the ones that will be asked as questions. So these are certain questions that we'll go through. So like informed already to you, we will be keeping you guys on mute today, but for regular classes, of course, you're free to ask your doubts. You can raise your hand and everything. You can obviously talk in class, but for today, whatever doubts you have, just put it in the chat box. Okay, and I will obviously rectify them. Should we begin? Right. So the first question that we have, so what I want you to do is send me a direct message for these answers, put in the question number, put in question number 1 and just your option A, B, C, D, whatever is your answer. Send me a direct message so that everybody is able to answer and nobody copies your answer, right? So Kate found 3 fruits, X, Y, Z. Fruit X was very light and had wings. Fruit Y was spiny and fruit Z had a thick fibrous coat. Which of the following holds true for X, Y, and Z? So, mode of seed dispersal for X is similar to that of lotus. Both fruits X and Z can be dispersed by the same agency. Seeds of guava and seeds of fruit Y both are dispersed by animals. Mode of seed dispersal of fruit Z is similar to that of balsam. So here what do you need to find out is, first of all, you need to see that what are they describing, what are the features that they are describing. Okay, some of you have already answered. For others, guys, let me just explain this question and then of course I'll tell you whether your answers are correct or not. All right, so till then please put in your answers, everyone. So what is written about X? X is a fruit. Fruit X is very light and has wings. So what we are looking at is the characteristics that are given to you are for the ways in which these fruits or the seeds are getting dispersed. So if fruit is light and has wings, that means it is by wind. So X is by fruit X is being dispersed, or the seed of the fruit X is being dispersed by wind. Then fruit Y is spiny. How will spines be utilized in seed dispersal? So the spines can stick to the fur of an animal, right? So fruit Y can be pollinated through, the seeds can be dispersed for fruit Y through animals. Then fruit Z has a thick fibrous coating. That means thick fibrous coating. That means it's a protective coating, right? So most probably it is by water, so that water doesn't enter the fruit or the seed and the seed doesn't start germinating on its way to dispersal. So fruit X by wind, fruit Y by animal, and fruit Z by water. So now once you've figured this out, that what is the role or what is the agent that is doing the seed dispersal, then you look at the options. So mode of seed dispersal of fruit X is similar to that of lotus. Incorrect. Lotus is by water, but X is by wind, so this is incorrect. Then fruit Y and Z can be dispersed by the same agency. Again incorrect. Y I've already told you is by animal, and Z is by water, so it's not the same. Then seeds of guava and seeds of fruit Y both are dispersed by animals. This is the one that is correct, and all of you have answered correctly. Those of you have answered. So guava eaten by the animal, it will be the seeds will be ingested and then dispersed by the animal, and Y we've already said is by animal. So all of you, Akrit, Hansini, Stuti, correct. Rudra. Okay. Then last one, mode of dispersal, seed dispersible fruit Z is similar to that of balsam. Again incorrect. Balsam is not transported or is not dispersed through water. So that is why this is incorrect. So only the correct option that we have is C. Okay. Any doubt, anyone? Okay, great. Those of you who have not answered, please answer. Even if you don't know the answer, at least take a guess so that I know how much you know. And of course, when I explain, you will get to the answer. So even if you feel that you don't know the answer, please still attempt at least. Okay. All right. Now let's read this question. Refer to the Venn diagram. So we have P, Q, R, S, and T. So P is plants that are propagated vegetatively by the stem. Yes, Rudra, that's correct. Okay. So P is plants that propagate vegetatively by stems. Q are plants that are propagated vegetatively by leaves. R, plants that reproduce by seed. S is a plant that is by stem and by seed both. And T is a plant that is by leaves and seeds both. That means seeds can also be produced and they can be vegetatively propagated as well. Now select the correct option regarding P, Q, R, S, T. S could be a rose plant, whereas P could be a potato plant. Q could be bryophyllum and T could be strawberry. R could be fern or alga. Q could be spinach and P could be colocasia. Yes. Something that is propagated by seeds and leaves both. Here P is only by stem, T is both seeds and leaves, R is only seeds, S is stem and seeds both. So what do you think is the answer? Okay, I've got multiple answers now. Think, guys, think. Akrit, correct. Stuti, your first answer was correct. Why did you change it? Be confident in what you're answering. Think, everyone. Sanvi, can you please switch on your video? All right, let's look at the options one by one. Yes, what about others? Rudra, correct? Okay, let's see the options now. So S could be rose plant and P could be potato plant. Why is this incorrect? Because S is propagated only through the stem. It's not reproduced through seeds. So that is why that is incorrect. And P could be potato plant. That is correct because potato is a stem, underground stem. So that could have been correct, but S is incorrect. Coming to option B, Q could be bryophyllum and T could be strawberry. So Q could be bryophyllum, that's correct. Bryophyllum has these small little buds on the leaves, on the corners of the leaves, so it can be propagated through leaves or even cuttings of the leaves. T could be strawberry. That is also correct. Why not? T is propagated, strawberries are propagated through leaves as well as they have seeds on the fruit. Propagate means to, multiply them. So proper vegetative propagation would be to use any kind of vegetative parts of the plant to multiply them, to asexually reproduce them. That is propagation. Okay, so if I take a plant, cut its stem, and then plant it in another, soil or water, that is propagation. All right, ready? Okay, R could be fern or alga. Any of them cannot be fern or alga. Fern and alga normally do not reproduce by seeds. They do not produce seeds. They are non-flowering plants. So R is definitely not fern or alga. Q could be spinach and P could be colocasia. Colocasia is a underground stem, so that could be correct. But Q could be spinach. Spinach again is not propagated through the leaves. Okay, it cannot happen. You cannot take a spinach leaf and just simply plant it and it will start growing into a new plant. Doesn't happen. Normally we take the cuttings of the bulb or the root underground, or we will produce them through seeds only. All right, so that is incorrect. So correct answer here is option B. Q could be bryophyllum and T could be strawberry. Got it? So only a couple of you answered it, but I hope everyone's clear about this one. Right? Okay. This chapter is mainly based on examples, so the more examples you know, the better. All right, next question. Study the given table and select the correct option regarding P, Q, and R. So there's a table given. Your reproductive parts are given other than seeds, so vegetative parts. So we have the roots for the first one, Q and R that you have to guess. Examples of plants that are propagated through these methods. So by roots, example is P that you have to find out. Reproductive part is Q, example is ginger. Reproductive part is R, example is bryophyllum. So easy. Okay. P is modified to store food as in sweet potato or people. Q is always underground and modified to store food. R is a non-green, non-photosynthetic and performs the function of reproduction only. P could be dahlia or turnip. Quite easy. Think now. Think. If you give me correct answers, I'll tell you if it's correct or not. Think, guys. Stuti and Rudra, think. Were they correct? Look at the examples. Roots. P should be an example of a root. Ginger is an example of what? And bryophyllum is an example of what? Think that way. Okay, let's figure out what is PQR first. What could be P? Any plant that is going to be propagated by a root is P, right? You can put in your answers in the chat box. For now, Hamsini, I won't be able to unmute you today. Otherwise, I'll unmute you. What about Q? What would be Q? Rudra now correct. Q could be, the example is ginger, so Q is a stem. And bryophyllum is an example of leaf. So Stuti now correct. So let's look at the options now. Okay. P is modified to store food as in sweet potato or people. Does people root store food? No. So A is incorrect. Sweet potato is correct, but people is incorrect. Okay. Second option says Q is always underground and modified to store food. Is that correct? Are stems always underground? No, stems are above the ground and they may or may not store food. Mostly when they're underground, they store food, but when they're above the ground, they do not store food, right? So that's why that is incorrect. R is a leaf, so R cannot be non-green. non-photosynthetic, right? So this is incorrect. The correct option is option D. R could be dahlia or turnip. Both dahlia and turnip have roots through which we can propagate the plant, right? Correct. So this is the correct answer. Got it? So dahlia has a big swollen bulb like root, and turnip is also a storage root. Got it, everyone? Yes, no, don't know, confused? Anyone who's confused? Okay, Stuti and Rudra are not confused. Hansini is not confused. He gave a correct answer. Akrit, all good? Okay, great. All right, next question. We only have 10 questions, so don't worry. Not going to bore you for too long. Okay, we'll quickly finish this off. All right, study the flowchart below. So we have plants. Flowering plant, yes. Brightly colored flowers, yes. Poisonous, yes, is W. So W is a flowering plant with brightly colored flowers, but it's a poisonous flower. So that's W. Z is flowering plant with brightly colored flowers, but not poisonous. That is Z. Flowering plant but not brightly colored flowers is Y. And no flowering plants and reproduction by spores is X. Everybody's understood the flowchart? You can read it again. Which letters W, X, Y, Z represents plants that are most likely pollinated by wind? So think about the characteristics that you require for wind. Do you require brightly colored flowers? Do you require flowers at all for wind pollination? Do you require light pollens? What is the characteristic that is there? Think. Okay, not got a correct answer yet. Think, guys. Okay, if it's wind pollinated, does it require brightly colored flowers? Hamzini, correct. Only one correct answer yet. Does it require brightly colored flowers? No, right? Why? Because only brightly colored flowers are for attracting an insect or a fly or something like that. So, correct. So, it's definitely not W and Z. So, 50-50 is already done. Right? Very correct. Now, for pollination to happen, you require at least a flower. So, it has to be a flowering plant for pollination. So, it's not X. The correct answer will be Y. Brightly colored flowers are only to attract agents of pollination that will see the flower and get attracted towards it. So, for example, an animal or an insect or a fly or a bird, they require brightly colored flowers. Okay? Otherwise, we don't require brightly colored flowers. So, the correct answer would be Y. Okay, next. This is a cross section of a flower. I hope everybody knows the part of the flowers. Okay, what will happen to the flower if A is cut off? The flower will die. Fertilization will not take place. The flower cannot produce pollen grains. A only, C only, AB only, or BC only. So first identify what is A. And then answer. Akrit, correct. Rudra, oh Rudra, that was for the Rudra. Put in your question number. No, that's why I don't come to know which question you're answering. I saw the other one. Vedehi, correct. Stuti, correct. Others think little bit. What will happen? Okay, what is A? What is this part? Anther. Correct, Stuti. It's an anther, right? So, anthers will produce pollen grains. Hansini, correct. Stuti, now correct. Okay. So, if it is an anther and this is not present, what will happen? The pollen grains will not be forming. So, that's the only thing, that the flower cannot produce pollen grains. The flower will definitely not die. There are so many flowers that can survive that are unisexual, or even if you remove the part of the different parts of the flower, it can survive. Fertilization will not take place. This is where everybody is getting confused. Fertilization can take place. Why not? Pollen can come from other plant, other flowers. They are not saying that cross-pollination cannot happen. Cross-pollination can happen, right? So pollen can come from somewhere else. So correct answer would be option B. C only. Only pollens will not form. The rest everything will happen. Got it? All right. This is, I think, quite a repetitive question. Even in level 1, we get a lot of these questions of dispersal, right? And only thing you need to know is how the chart is made. Either they'll give you a graph or they'll give you this kind of a. So Mr. Bhatt plowed a field and killed all the weeds. He left plants PQ, R, and S growing on one side of the field and then left the field untouched for a month as he went out of the city. The wind blew in the same direction for the whole month. Okay, when he returned, this is what he saw. So there are different plants, P, Q, R, S. Look at the dispersal of the plant, of each of these plants. Where is P dispersed, how is Q dispersed, how is R dispersed, and how is S dispersed. Which one of the following is most likely dispersed by wind? P, Q, R, S. Sudhi, Vedahi, correct? Okay, by shape you've decided. But otherwise also that's correct. It's nothing to do with the shape. I'll tell you how you will find out. Akrit, correct? Hamsini, correct? What about others? Think, guys. So mainly when this kind of question is given, what you have to identify is, what you need to know about the pattern is, one, there'll be 4 options, mainly the 4 points that are given to you, Rudra, correct, would be wind pollinated, animal pollinated, explosion, okay, by explosive, not pollination, seed dispersal, sorry. So by explosion, by animal, by wind, or by normally these 3 are given. Other than that, like by water can also be given. Now let's look at this. By explosion, what will happen? It will be very close to the parent plant. So here if you see S, it's here only, right? Very close to the parent plant. It's not going very far off, right? So explosion will be very close to the parent plant, accumulated in one area. So S would be by explosion. If you look at R and P, they are randomly here and there. There's no correct pattern. They are close by also, they're far away also. So most likely it's by animal, because animals can go randomly here and there. Wind is usually the farthest. They'll go far away. They'll be, blown away by the wind at maximum distance. So that is Q. Q, you can see nothing is close by, everything is far away. So even if this comes in a graphical representation, like a bar graph, you'll have to see the explosion ones will be very close or will be very large at number in the closest distance. And then wind will be at the largest distance and animals will be randomly scattered here and there. Okay. So correct answer here is option Q, B. All right, next. The diagram below shows a flower of a plant. Based on this diagram, which of the following best describes the way in which the flower is most likely pollinated? The feathery stigma can capture pollen floating in the air. The feathery stigma will be carried by the wind to the anther. The petals are dull color to attract insects for pollination. The flower produces a sweet scent to attract insects for pollination. So feathery stigma is there, anther is exposed, small and dull colored petal. So that means it is pollinated by what? Wind, insect, animal, water. See, what is that? Water or wind? What? Wind. Okay. Yes. Correct. It is wind pollinated. Like I said earlier in the earlier question, if it is wind pollinated, it does not require brightly colored flowers. So it doesn't need to attract any insect. It doesn't need to have a nectar to attract any animal or insect again. So C and D are cancelled out. 50-50 done. Now the correct answer is A and B. Those of you who answered already, think. Is the stigma producing the pollen or is the anther producing the pollen? Akrit, correct. Vedahi, correct. Rudra, correct. So anthers produce the pollen, no? Or stigma. Anther will produce the pollen, stigma will catch the pollen. So the feathery stigma can capture the pollen floating in the air. That's the correct answer. Second one says the feathery stigma will be carried by the wind to the anther. Stigma will never be carried to the anther. Pollination is always, pollen grains will come towards the stigma. Okay. So correct answer is option A. Alright. Again, diagram of a flower. The diagram below shows flower P. Two parts of the flower were removed before pollination could occur. After some time, a fruit is formed. Which two parts of the flower had been removed? Remember, whatever two parts from A, B, C, D, before pollination they were removed and still a fruit is formed. Correct, Akrit. Good. Siti, correct. Hamsini, correct. Think about what is absolutely necessary for formation of fruit. Rudra, correct. So, correct answer would be option C. D cannot be removed because if D is removed, there is no fruit formation, right? So automatically B and D are eliminated. Now you have A or B that can be removed. So A again cannot be removed because A is the stigma. A will receive the pollen, right? If pollen is not received, then again fertilization will not occur. So B can be removed because in a previous question we've seen that even if B is removed, pollination will still occur because fertilization will still occur, sorry, because it can be cross-pollinated from somewhere else. Okay, and petals have no role in fertilization as such directly. So B and C can be removed. All right. Which one of the following, so we have a diagram, which one of the following correctly represents A, B and C? So we have an organism. Can it bear fruits? Yes. Is the seed dispersed by wind? Yes. That's your shoria tree. Is the seed dispersed by wind? No. Okay, so it's a fruit bearing tree or a fruit bearing plant, but not dispersed by wind. It can be by water, it can be by animal, it can be by anything else. Does it bear fruits? No. Is it able to do photosynthesis? Yes, that is B. No, able to do photosynthesis? No, A. So A could be something that doesn't undergo photosynthesis. B undergoes photosynthesis but doesn't produce fruits or flower. And this one, C, produces fruits and flower but doesn't undergo seed dispersal by wind. So it's either animal dispersed, water dispersed, or something else. So look at the options and give me the answer. Correct, Hansini. Very good. C is something that produces a fruit. Rudra, correct. B doesn't produce food but is a green plant that undergoes photosynthesis. Tuti, correct. And A is not a green plant. Okay, correct answer is option A. A is mushroom because it's a non-green plant. Okay, doesn't undergo photosynthesis. B is a fern. Ferns do not produce flowers or fruits. And C is coconut tree. Coconut is a fruit and it is dispersed by water. Okay, last question. Study the direct distribution of seeds from plant W. Again, remember the things I've told you about how dispersal occurs, how far or how close will it be. Which one of the following most likely describes the fruit from plant W? So these are the keys given. This is the direction of the wind arrow. Water direction, this side. Okay, they're going in opposite direction. Plant is here, W. And this is the seed. Okay. Fruit has stiff hair. Fruit has fibrous husk. Fruit dries up and splits open. The fruit is light and has feathery structure. So basically you have to identify whether this plant is getting dispersed, the seeds are getting dispersed by water or by wind. Okay, and according to that, you have to find its quality or its characteristic. River is in this direction, wind is in this direction. Think about it. Rudra, think. Where can you see maximum seeds going? Left or right? Seed dispersion, if you can see. In which direction? Is it in the direction of the wind or is it in the direction of the Vaidehi, correct? Of the water. Ansini, correct. According to that, you will decide whether it is wind pollinated or water pollinated. And once you've decided whether it's wind or water pollinated, then you can look at the characteristics. Stuti, correct. Rudra, now correct. Akrit, I'm only waiting for your answer. Quickly answer. This is the last one. Think. Okay. If you see, wind is going in this direction, right? And water is this direction. But maximum seeds we can see in the direction of the wind. It's in this direction. That means plant W is distributing its seeds through wind. Now, what is the characteristic of the wind? The fruit is light and has a feathery structure. So this is the correct option. Rest all are for usually. The stiff hair is for animals, fibrous husk is for water, dries up and splits open is the explosion. So fruit is light and has feathery structure is for wind. Okay. So that's it. These were your questions. We even had only 10 questions today. I hope nobody has any doubts. Does anyone have any doubt regarding whatever we did today? Does anyone have any other doubt? Does anyone want to ask me anything? No. All good? I hope everyone liked the demo. Okay, great. All right. So that's it for today. I hope I see you for regular classes. All right. I'm excited to see all of you join and come for the regular classes. We'll have more fun there because you'll be able to talk to me. I'll be able to talk to you. Okay. All right. That's it for today. Thanks for joining the demo, everyone. See you. Bye-bye. Have a great day. Bye.